Hello everyone. The company we're going to meet this time is Juicy Cell. And this company is leading the cell therapy technology field. It is one of the hottest treatment these days. CAR T therapy is preparing for phase 1 clinical trials. Juicy Cell has its main product, Immune Cell LC. CEO and President Idok Ju will tell you the details.
Glad
Welcome.
to see you. I'm Iduk President and CEO of GCCell.
Please begin the presentation.
So GCCell was established in 2002, and we are mainly focusing on anti-cancer treatment and cell treatment. And we are based on the liver cancer cell treatment. We got approval from Immunocell LC, and so far we have been dealing with various liver cell patients. And intermittently, we have gone through different clinical trials, and one is pancreatic cancer treatment. And at the same time, we also dealt with brain cell cancer. And based on the research of brain cell, we are aiming to get approval from Ministry of Food and Drug Safety of Korea. And besides that, we are also working on CAR T technology to deal with liver cell, pancreatic cancer, lung cancer, and ovary cancer. And we're developing a new treatment. And the major shareholder of our company holds 30% of our shares, with Green Cross Corporation, and among others, there are a lot of other shareholders, including foreign investors. And so far, the GMP factory is located in Kasandong, which is the founding location of our company. After June this year, we're planning to establish a new factory plant. And I would like to elaborate our major business goal is among our anti-cancer cure treatment, but also we're working on KGMP service. The anti-cancer treatment is very meaningful in our era where there are a lot of cancer patients, so we make use of our immune LC to deal with different cancer patients. And we are aiming to increase the quality of life of those patients. And also, we make use of the cells of those patients themselves, therefore it is really safe and it has high efficacy. And in terms of KGMP service, the recent one, we take a look at those already enlisted companies, and we produce and provide our items, and we deliver our know-hows to better contribute their fast manufacturing and developing their technologies in different fields. Now I would like to talk about the ImmunoCell LC. So in terms of ImmunoCell LC, we have two different treatment items. And first of all, we get blood from patients and we analyze the blood and we stimulate the blood in different ways to get two different desirable results. One is activated T cell and the other is called a CIK. It is really similar to NK cells, but this one is smarter and more safe. So we get those cells and we acquire patient's blood and we embrace cells for 2 weeks and we make use of various methods to come up with efficient ways to come up with helpful cells. And in 2 weeks, we can give back those blood and cells back to the patients. And so far, we have conducted various research, and I would like to talk about this. So based on the published papers, our main focus is liver cell. And we have conducted clinical trials on 230 different patients. And the survival rate without reoccurrence increased by 1.5-fold, and we at least decreased the reoccurrence risk by 37%, and we decreased the death risk by 79%. And thereby, we got approval from Ministry of Food and Drug Safety of Korea. And we made use of this clinical trial for 54 months, and even after this clinical trial, and we expect to see over 90 months, we have keep conducting this clinical trial. And once treated, it showed a 33% of decrease in terms of survival rate without reoccurrence, increased the death risk by 67%. Based on these two different results, not only the clinical trial results, but also the post-treatment, this could give hope to our patients, and we proved it. And afterwards, actually, at university hospitals, we have again proved our efficacy at those hospitals, and it showed that about 58% decreased in terms of reoccurrence and within survival, which means this is a good thing, and it showed this result. And at the same time, we also conducted another clinical trial, which was research for brain cancer, and we have conducted this research on 180 patients and gone through clinical trials. And at the same time, we finished this clinical trials for all the patients at the same time, and we are currently conducting analysis, and based on the results, we're expecting to see an expanded area of treatment. And in the early stages, we conducted research on pancreatic cancer patients, and the life expected for them were only 3 months, and we wanted to see if we could help those patients. And the results turned out that about 25% of patients showed difference, and we did improve the quality of lives of the patients. And now I would like to talk about the future-oriented items. So not only liver cell, but also other cells, and not only the cancer itself. We also conduct research on transplantation, and we work on many different items, such as pancreas, ovary, and lung. And what is especially applaudable is that about next month, we're planning to introduce our tertiary clinical on pancreatic cancer. And unlike other previous treatments, we are planning to conduct an combined treatment, and considering the fact that in the future other treatments will focus on combined treatment, and I would say that it is there is a lot of high expectations to this combined treatment. And in order to enable our company to go further, we possess different intellectual properties, and among them, there is activated Limburgo manufacturing process method. We have enlisted this as an IP, and also I will introduce further, which is the CAR-T technology, and we also enlisted those IPs as well to increase the value of our company. Next, I would like to talk about our sales and profit. We have been making profits since 2015, and for every year we have been witnessing over 30% of increased growth rate. And specifically over the past 3 recent years, we have been witnessing and proving that we do have high efficacy. Therefore, we have been improving our sales and profit. Next is our company's business model. One is that because we did make success in Korea, just like any other company in Korea, we are aiming to expand to the United States of America. So over the 3 years, we have been going through a lot of different processes, conducted research, and also we seeked for different companies who could be our potential partners. So we made the first step, which is a company called Novasol. We established this in the United States, and this legal entity is located in Fullerton, California. And this company, in terms of the CAR T technology development in the United States, we're aiming to develop this. And not only the United States of America, we're planning to expand this business to the entire globe. And I heard that you wonder what the CAR T technology exactly is and what kind of future-oriented value it has. So I would like to talk about that now. So the CAR T technology, there has been more than 300 CAR Ts, clinical trials and research conducted in the globe. And mainly, this makes use of the infiltration power of viruses, and we find out a virus with a high infiltration power, and we manipulate the traits of this cell, and we enable this to infect our body cells. So in other words, depending on the characteristics of the cancer cells, and there is a term called antigen, we create antigens and enable those cancer cells to get infected. So we infect those cancer cells and we make those cancer cells to create more CAR T cells. And patients already have T cells. So in combination of the T cells, we enable to kill those cancer cells. So the CAR T cells we possess currently have, among other antigens, we make use of mesothelin. And in our body cells, specifically, about 80% of body cells in our body, right, which are pancreas, ovary, lungs, and thymus, among other organs, have a lot of these cells. Therefore, this is a specific situation where we can make use of these cells to kill those cancer cells. And we have conducted a lot of animal clinicals, and specifically, there is a term called orthotopic transplantation, which is a very specific jargon, which means that in the past, we implemented cancer cells on skin of animals to kill cancer cells. However, nowadays, we directly designate an organ, body part of an animal, and we see if blood transfusion of those cells is possible. And I will soon tell you about the results of this research. And usually we go through phase 1 to 3, those first, second, and third trials. And in the mid of 2021, we are planning to go through the next trial. So please take a look at here. So mesothelin can kill various cancers, and among various antigens, about 30%. Mesothelin accounts for about 30% of the entire research. And as you can see on this slide, there are specific cancer kinds, and at least 60% and up to 90% of them can be covered. What I mean by covered here is that we can kill those cancer cells. So, among the CAR T technologies, what I would like to stress out is that they deliver to cells really well, and they're really efficient. And once affected, it is continuous. So these three are the major goals of the CAR T technology, and we have high expectations on this. And this slide shows the orthotopic transplantation efficacy of the CAR T technology. As you can see on the left, these are untreated rodents, and on the right are those treated rodents. So once treated, the color turns white, and those untreated will have blue or red dots. So those untreated rats were all dead, and those treated mice survived. So it showed 100% survival rate. That is why we say this treatment is really special. And among all the 35 global research on the globe, this kind of 100% survival rate shown is the first time ever, which was done by our company. And making use of the orthotopic transplantation is the first time ever done by us too. So that is why, as shown from the previous research results, that they go through blood, and it is clearly efficient and it is continuous. So we have achieved all those three desirable results. Therefore, that is why we have this high expectations. So in the future, through the United States of America, we're looking forward to opening a new era for this treatment. Thank you.
It was Juicy Cell, a company that gives hope to many cancer patients. Thank you for your